Alexander the Great was not born a legend. He became one, and his story begins in the small kingdom of Macedon in the year 356 BC, where a boy was born who would one day change the map of the entire world. His father was King Philip, a powerful warrior king, and his mother Olympias believed her son was chosen by the gods themselves. And from childhood, Alexander showed signs that he was different, restless, curious, hungry for greatness. Trained by the greatest teacher of the ancient world, the philosopher Aristotle, who taught him not only how to fight but how to think, how to question, how to dream. And as a young boy, Alexander once tamed a wild horse that no one else could control, a horse named Bucephalus. And in that moment, his father told him, "My son, Macedonia is too small for you." And those words would echo through history, because at just 20 years old, after his father was suddenly assassinated, Alexander became king, surrounded by enemies who thought he was too young, too weak, too inexperienced. But within months, he crushed every rebellion, destroyed cities that dared to resist him, and then turned his eyes toward the greatest empire on earth, the Persian Empire, ruled by King Darius, an empire so vast and rich that no one believed a young Macedonian king could defeat it. But Alexander did not believe in limits. He crossed into Asia with a small army. Thousands against hundreds of thousands, and yet again and again, through brilliant strategy and fearless leadership, he defeated the Persians in legendary battles like Issus and Gaugamela. And city after city fell before him: Asia Minor, Syria, Egypt, where he founded the great city of Alexandria. And people began to whisper that he was not just a man but the son of a god, and Alexander himself slowly began to believe it. He wore Persian clothes, adopted Persian customs, married foreign queens, trying to unite East and West into one world. But his hunger was never satisfied. He pushed his exhausted army farther and farther, through burning deserts, freezing mountains, into the unknown lands of Central Asia, and finally into India, where he faced King Porus in a brutal battle with war elephants and heavy losses. And although Alexander won, for the first time his army refused to go further, broken by years of war and longing for home. And so the greatest conqueror in history was forced to turn back. But fate had already decided his end, because in Babylon, at only 32 years old, Alexander suddenly fell ill after a night of drinking, burning with fever, unable to speak, unable to command. And within days, the man who had conquered the world lay dead, without naming an heir. And as his generals fought over his empire, it shattered into pieces, yet his legend never died. Because in just 12 years, Alexander had built the largest empire the world had ever seen, from Greece to Egypt, from Persia to India, spreading Greek culture, language, and ideas that shaped civilization for centuries. And even today, more than 2,000 years later, people still ask the same question: was Alexander the greatest king who ever lived, or simply a young man who chased glory until it destroyed him? And maybe the real truth is this: that Alexander the Great did not conquer the world with his army, he conquered it with his dream, a dream so powerful that history still remembers his name.